as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already here, they'll audible to something else. Purdy going to the air right away. Open man, the former Gator, hits Ricky Pearsall. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Purdy looking to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
49er. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
McCaffrey will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Again, McCaffrey. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Ricky Pearsall from 3 yards out. And the 49ers pick the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bengals nothing.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here we go.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 180. 11 MP tight. 11 MP tight. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Taken in at the 22. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
21, 21. 18. Yellow. Yellow. Yeah, you. Stop.
Throwing here, Purdy. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 66 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
Bengals nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space, down just beyond the 35. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there, and now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed, as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right 80.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Right 80. Right what? 11 MT. 11 MT. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Jamar Chase. Touchdown,
Jamar
Cincinnati.
Chase from 13 yards out. And the Bengals are back within a score. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling,
picked off by Jordan Battle. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
so that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Gun. Shot. Can. 11. Shot.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
I'm one, ready?
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Ready? 11. 12. Shot.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
For the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Purdy will set up to throw it here. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. This is fielded at the 27. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Their own 34-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the field goal last time, they'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Ready?
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Here we go, here we go. 11. Right 80. Ready, stop. Stop.
Burrow will throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right 80. 11, MT, take. 11, stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Right high.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Purdy. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Purdy. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. McPherson on for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. We'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Purdy. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Here we go.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
On 2.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go. Stop. Stop.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
He'll look to throw. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Gun.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They run it with P. Ryan on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
11 empty. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
11. Here we go. Stop.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Off to play fake. Here's Burrow. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
11, MT, take. Here we go, here we go. Stop. Right 80. Right touch.
Burrow on play action. This is caught. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
I'm fine, ready? Gun.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Bengals 21, 49ers 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Outside. Yellow. 118. Watch out.
Purdy looking to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Purdy now to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. Look at the big fella go. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And a very appropriate gain as well. 49 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Able to find Willis. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be be left with a second and about a foot.
At the 16-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he's got it.
And the 49ers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Get set. Get set.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Watch out.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. B.J. Hill able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
18. Watch out. Yellow. Yellow. 53.
In motion left, the tight end. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now it's 3rd and 4. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Well, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here we go with Burrow. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
Right 80. Right touch.
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. This is 1st and 10.
Get set. Yellow. Watch out.
Throwing, Purdy. Completes it to Jennings. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. Back to throw.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Purdy to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 43 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
11. 180. Stop.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Here comes 2nd down.
Gun. Stop. 10. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
To throw, Burrow.
Dancing to his left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
180. Stop.
Now Burrow.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Intended for Chase Brown.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run.
It's a gain of 8. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
Throw right side here going to be incomplete. So third down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Here's Purdy. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense.
No gain on the play.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
21.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Pearsall.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the sideline he goes. And this is a touchdown. Now it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Moody good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
31. Bengals 24. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now time to see what Burrow can do here at OT. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Bengals.
Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for two here.
Here we go.
The Bengals will line up.
Burrow.
Oh,
it's intercepted. That'll seal it. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one. A dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3. What did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up, the kicker gets with the special teams coach, and they figure out a number in both directions, all right, versus win, no win, if it's a possibility, whatever it is. And they give a number to the head coach. This is where I'm good from. Between here and here, maybe that wasn't the number he gave him today.
here about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Purdy going to the air right away. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pick up on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now Purdy. Open man is Jerron Jennings. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Jerron Jennings, an 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Niners 7, Bengals nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here first and 10 at their own 23.
Gun. Stop. Right 80. 12. Stop.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 77 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm not almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up second down. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Purdy looking to throw. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ricky Pearsall from 19 yards away. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Bengals 7. To kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
On one,
so
right?
Second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Here we go, here we go. Side. 11, 11, 11, 11. Side.
Now Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
And it's third down. Third and long.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up.
On one, ready?
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Side. 180. Wake up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And this is caught that they say out of bounds. There would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Outside. Yellow.
Throwing here, Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Purdy from the gun on third down.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Yellow. Here we go. Yellow. Yellow.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Ricky Pierce
Pearsall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point try now for Moody. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Niners 21, Bengals 7. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Pass incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And this is 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
It's now 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins, 47 yards. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
For the extra point.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Lakers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Behind the line of
A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. "38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Here's Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
What's up? Yellow. Here we go. Here we go.
Purdy now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's got room to roam. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Moody for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Niners 28, Bengals 14. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Oh, some strong running. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 180, 11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
11.
Here's Burrow. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Set. 180. 20 touch. 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And they go play action now. Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And take it right on the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 38-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Yellow.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
This one caught by Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Purdy off the play fake.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Purdy. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers are able to stretch out their lead.
Kick is good.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Bengals 21. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Can. Stop. 11. 11.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Now it's Burrow. A rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play action. Now Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. 20. 5. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown 49ers.
We talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bengals 21. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone.
You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. But sleeping till noon, gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you.